Hello there and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 11, the creative mode session. And I've got here once again the Scuttlebug. I did say the Scuttlebug Mark II previously, but this is it. This is going to be just known as the Scuttlebug, and this is the final draft of it. I've been tweaking it a bit more, and it's at the point now where I want to release this on the workshop, so this will be going up there. This is it. I could have gone with 4 GATs, but I feel like aesthetically 2 was a bit more pleasing. It's actually got, you've still got almost 2,000 CPU spare. I think I added another RCS as well, and it's got 10,000 storage. That's how much Sathium you could put in there. 2.5 stacks of the stuff, basically. So I need to give it a test out in survival, but I will give it its own little video, little promotional video. Still got the minigun turret. I think I added some more hover engines underneath in case you are carrying something quite heavy back. The only problem is you may not have enough thrusters, to be honest. But I shall find that out in testing. And if I was to add another thruster, I don't know where I'd do it, because I don't want to get rid of any blocks. Like I say, this is exactly 10,000, basically. If I remove any block, it goes under 10k, and I quite like the fact that it's 10k. But yeah, plenty of hover engines in case you are travelling heavy. You've still got the 2 modes. I still need to add signal logic for the Gatling guns, but that's about it. Everything else is pretty much sorted. Mining mode, non-mining mode. Yeah. Maybe we'll just keep the GATs out. I don't see why you wouldn't. It's always handy to switch over to them. I mean, does it use up that much more? What are we at? $554. 525 actually does do something then, so I think I will need a separate one for the GATs. Seems safe to say. Oh, I've got ammo in this thing. Die! Haha! I got you, big scary plant. Are we in mining mode? There we go. That seems fine now. Good, a more balanced approach there. Anything else? I think that covers it. The box over here for ammo, that is now 520. I believe that's about 3 stacks, maybe 4, something like that, somewhere in between. So yeah, there we go, the final version of the Scuttlebug, and that will be coming to the Steam Workshop near you. Well, the one we all use, right? Anyway, today's theme is gigantic CVs. So last time we were looking at reasonable CVs. Alright, this is the sort of one you would actually use in a single player game, even if it doesn't look great. It's very functional, it's upgradable, so it's particularly good for Alpha 11. Start off as T2, you can easily make this T3, just add a bunch more engines around the place, and away you go. I think it's, yeah, pretty solid. You can just throw tons more medium thrusters there, loads of thrusters on the side here. Kind of all around really, you've got lots of places for more thrusters. Put some at the back there, potentially. You've got those ones there already. Yeah, I like it. I'm quite happy with the Pensive Explorer, although I might need to rename it. I don't know, I just gave it that as a strange name. But today we're going to look at the ship that I'm retiring this, but it's for the sake of, I guess, what adjustments you'd have to make. But the Legacy probably be the last time you see it, because I want to make a Mark II, and it's going to be quite different to this. I say quite different, it's going to be much better to look at, a lot more streamlined. I now know, I think, how I would make a big CV. Wow, you're having trouble with that. There we go. Yeah, I'll do. Fall to the ground? Not quite. Still got the stupid manual door scenario because of that. Anyway. What are we looking at? 17 mil. Not too bad. Wow. Oh yeah, it's got so many fuel tanks. But that's good. That's good. That's what you want. Here it is. So over here we've got the core. I guess what I would do is actually replace all the blue piping with CPU. So if we go ahead and do that first. So CPU extender, yeah, number 4. I don't really need that much, so let's just get 4 of them. No, that's the wrong one. goodness sake, I'm useless. 2, 3. Alright, there we go. Jump in here. Hello, hello. 1, 2. And, yeah, 1, 2 along the floor here. Right, well, where is it at the moment? Oh, I'm not. I'm not, that's why. Stupid. Or I could just have them coming up like this, couldn't I? How many does it need again? Is it 4 or 3? Needs 4 of these, doesn't it? So I might have to do this, and then do it like that. I think that'll do. What are we looking at now? 10 million. We are 7 million over. Efficiency 61.2. Let's have a quick look at the performance of it now. Just so we know what it's actually like. So let's throw on the standard engines. Take a look if it can still perform. We have very slight liftoff. Obviously all the RCS are really helping with the turning. Roll's okay, but yeah, only very slight. Not great, not great. And constructor speed obviously is going to be pretty dire, so let's jump down here. First thing we're going to do is at the very least remove 4 of these. Now how much does each RCS use? So wow, I could remove all of these and we'd have a couple million to spare, because this is only 1 block thick of combat steel, which isn't actually very good. Needs to be better than that, which is why I want to make a Mark II that is a lot more well armoured, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we looking at now? 12 million. We're only a couple of million over. I still want some RCS. I don't know if I need 4 of them though. Probably. This thing is still bulky, a bit awkward and weird. So we go back up to the bridge. Efficiency is now 86.5. Much better. The turning's still fine as well. I say it's still fine. It's still a bit clunky, isn't it? But then again, a ship this big, it's not going to have great turning. So this is acceptable. So I'm thinking we can improve the efficiency even more. Perhaps if I just get rid of this section altogether, I'll just put something. Maybe put the shields there, because the shields are kind of cramped up here. Maybe I'll just make this something. I don't know, just something aesthetically pleasing instead. Okay, we've got our RCS. We're now well under, but we've got no RCS. Let's take a look at the performance of it now, before I add another 2 of those back. Still pretty decent. Yeah. But this is it empty, you see. Performing like this isn't bad, is it? It's not that bad. It just looks bad. This thing. Alright, well this is pretty reasonable. Oh, maybe the legacy can stick around. Actually no, because it just looks like crap. This kind of, ugh, look at that thing. No, I've got an idea for a much nicer Mark II version, but that, I don't know when I'm going to get around to building that. But that should be fun. Also, that's just like, yeah. There's so many things here that I would change. I mean, but I'm going to have to start it from scratch. It's just so dated, like I say. This is quite well armoured here. Those are regular steel blocks, that's fine. But yeah, I love the size of this hangar. I want to keep this hangar this big because I actually want to be able to build, in the Mark II version of this, an SV that can basically drop off like a scuttlebug and maybe like an armoured, I don't know, a terrormid as well. Something like that I used in my previous campaign. So that would be pretty awesome. And I don't know, these doors have these bits on them now. Okay. Fascinating. Alright, I think we should maybe put down another 2 of those RCS, and I'll maybe put them on the wings here. Perhaps I'll remove one of the fuel cells or something, I don't know. But they do perform better on the sides. So if we go back to our inventory here, grab a couple of those. Where should we put them? Fuel on the sides here, that's a bit crazy. So we put RCS around here. Don't know. The munitions, I've got this blank room here. That serves no purpose. Put you there. Put you over here. We've got down here, yeah. Okay, maybe there. I mean, this bit's all cordoned off anyway, so it's just hidden out the way. That seems fine to me. Let's go back to the bridge, see if that enhances the performance at all. Also, where are we in CPU? We've still got 0.5 mil. I mean, that just makes the turning, yeah, really good. So if you load this thing up, it should still perform just fine. Fine, just fine. Yeah, I definitely can see myself making a Mark II version of this. That's going to look a lot nicer, a lot more streamlined, and a lot more functional, especially in a single-player campaign. Going to be your all-in-one ship. Am I going to make it a ship that can actually, I don't know, drop down to the ground like this? I don't know. Still debating whether or not I would want to do that. You can get a lot more out of it. Okay, going back to the CPU statistics, you can see here the extra large thrusters. I've got 6 of them in total. Taking up 3.2 mil. RCS now 2.5. Large thrusters, 16 of them, 2 mil. Plenty of container extensions. I've got 4 maxed out container extensions as well as 2 smaller ones. Maybe even 3? I don't think it's 2 smaller ones. That's not 6 maxed out, it's 8 maxed out actually, so that's not bad at all. We've used all the turret space we can. A couple of large generators, 92 fuel tanks, wow. What about up here? Combat steel is, there's 8,000 blocks. Yeah, 8,000 combat steel, that's 300,000. But given the 10 mil limit, that's actually just fine. That's really not that bad, is it? So, alright, fair enough. I mean, I guess there's not really much more to look at, so it's definitely possible to build a large, very large CV under the 10 mil limit. But of course, what you have to get in survival to actually be able to build something like this, that's the difficulty, isn't it? That's why you need another CV down here, something like that, to tide you over all around all the resources you need, although I don't think, if I strip this down, I don't think that could carry even a fraction of it. Definitely not. I mean, that is a little bit on the smaller side. You know, for T2 it's about right, but for T3, yeah, a bit small, but I don't know, I'd still use it. I'm sure there's a way to add in container extensions, possibly into the floor here. These are all steel blocks. And I've already got one here. It goes out a few. Extend this. This is like a loot box, that one, for whenever you're looting bases. Then you could have one here for spare things. 216. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Is there anything I would change to, I don't know, save more CPU? Possibly stuff like this. Turn this into carbon composite is something you could do. Over here, although I feel like the hangar should be pretty sturdy. But the moment you go inside here, how much have we actually got in steel blocks? Only 47,000, that's not too bad. It's really not too bad at all. We've got lots of containers, we've got weapons, tool turrets, a bunch of fridges. Yeah, I mean those 2 T2 RCSs appear to be all we need. So, I kind of like these new changes because it basically, the reason it turns so well is because the thruster placement is actually pretty solid. So if you did happen to watch the previous week, you'll notice that the problem I was having with this was the roll wasn't very good. So what I did, I moved that thruster, this was actually over here, I've moved it back there. I made sure these ones here were nice and sort of, well, they're nice and forward, aren't they, right at the front. And I now get decent roll out of this thing. It performs pretty well, the thrusters are fairly well spread out. Got a couple back here. One's on the neck section here, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. No upwards. No upwards. Interesting. Only at the back. Could have sworn. Oh, anyway, 499951. That ain't getting any more thrusters. But yeah, you've got the thruster placement is all spread out, hence why you get a nice roll out of this thing. One's at the back there. You've got your extra large thrusters for additional lift at the bottom there. They're on a separate switch. And then your forward thrusters there. Yeah, that's why it rolls quite well by the looks of it. Or does it? Given its size, and given the fact that they're just two large thrusters. Something this size, you'd kind of expect extra large thrusters, really. Acceptable, I would say. Just about acceptable. I mean, you're not really going to be rolling around in this thing, are you? You're going to be going left to right, but it's enough. It's definitely enough, I think. Let's plonk it back down. Boing. Alright, let's shuffle it off the water. Alright, well now I think I might look at the other end of the spectrum. And I might show you guys a CV I built a very long time ago to be a very, very small one. Back in Alpha 7? It was before weights and volumes was introduced, I can tell you that. Very early game. I think it was a mining CV originally. But now I just use it as like, well, I've never actually used it since, but let me show you. Okay, here is the micro CV. Very, very cheap. This is a working CV, and obviously this is probably going to be a T1 given its tiny size. And it almost falls under the T1 specs, actually. Very nearly. Very nearly falls under it. Let me just park it down. And yeah, let's admire it from here. Turn the thrusters off. It's barely over. Quite pleased actually with this. So this is just a dirt cheap CV that you would just use to get off a planet, basically. More like an emergency build. Yeah, it's even got 2 minigun turrets on top. Yeah, it's just a small tube, really. It is warp capable, yes, it seriously is. So let's jump out of God mode. And have a little look in here. Why is that not just a full block? But whatever. It's just pretty much just steel blocks, apart from the very front section here is hardened steel. You actually have a bit there. There's the bridge, as you saw earlier. Pretty cool. You've got a ventilator. That's your O2 tank. You've got only one, I believe. You've got a cargo pallet up there. You've got food processor. RCS there. O2. There's your double. Yeah, you've got 2 large containers which connect to this constructor. Like I say, warp drives back there. There's your core. There's your fuel. There's your fridge connected to that food processor over there. It's just got the absolute basics. Your ammo container controller, which does not have any extensions. You simply don't have the room for it. But yeah, that's it. That's it. It's just what it needs to be. That is all it is. That's all it's trying to be. And it's super cheap. It really is. So, what am I looking at? Oh yeah, blueprints, sorry. Yeah, the Neo is obviously the most expensive thing with a CV, especially in early game 1, because you generally don't have a lot of the other resources. But yeah, under 500 iron, under 500 Sathium, 300 silicon, 260 cobalt, and even down here, only 164 copper. I mean, that is mad. And it's not weak either. Like, there's not really much in the way of carbon substrate. It is steel blocks. Something was different there, which I think it was fine. But yeah, kind of like it aesthetically. It's pretty cool. Might be a couple of carbon blocks up there. Yeah. But does it even perform now? That's the thing. Also, I wouldn't mind getting it under the CPU limit, if possible. Oh wait, thrusters aren't on. I was about to say, oh no. Doesn't work. Broken. Yep, seems to work just fine. Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't even need that RCS, I don't think. But the thing is, the thrusters are so poorly spread out that it might actually need it. So let's... oh my goodness. And you might carry a few bits as well in those containers. Not a lot, but let's try it without the RCS. See the difference it makes. So to start with, way under in CPU usage. Yeah, you can really see it has a massive effect. I quite like it being mobile though. I do like that, so I think I'm going to try and keep the RCS on right here. Why are you not? Oh, you're the wrong RCS, aren't you? There it is. Okay. Something like that, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Right, so what are we going to remove? These are both small O2 tanks. Maybe one of the fuel tanks. I mean, what are we looking at here? Okay, let's take a look at our CPU usage. Warp drive 40k, we can't do anything about any of these, even the constructor. I could change that to a small constructor, perhaps. Medium thruster, can't really do anything about that. At the point now, there's nothing here I want to get rid of. Even getting rid of the turrets wouldn't do enough. Cargo boxes, fuel tanks. Might just have to run at this efficiency. I mean, it's still pretty damn good. I think I would just keep it as it is. 97% efficiency is not that bad. It's really not that bad. Given the fact that it's quite little, it has plenty of thrusters. Even though they are just sort of at the side, and my gosh, it's so twitchy. It's alright. Got the extra lift thruster there, then well, that's your only lift thruster actually, I think. No, there's another small one at the back. Yeah, it should be functional enough. I mean, you're not going to get this thing into many fights, that's for sure. So I had that feeling I was just going to fall off there. Alright, let's park you down. I guess this stays the way it is. Don't see why not. Why would I change it? Yeah. I don't know, why would I use it though? I do plan on building a different T1 CV that's going to be used strictly for hauling cargo, like an early game CV. Similar number of thrusters, no turrets or anything, probably no RCS either, and it's just going to be lots of container extensions, super cheap. But I'm waiting to see what playthrough type we do. Now this is coming out on the Wednesday, so this Saturday is actually when the next playthrough begins, so that'll have already been decided by the time this video goes up. I'll probably decide on the Tuesday what playthrough type I do, or whichever ones you vote for. So I will build that CV either in-game if it's the no blueprints run, or I will build that CV in here in the creative mode. That is a thing. Anyway, what are we going to look at next? Yes, the terrormid. This is definitely the one we look at. Look at this beast. I'm sensing T3, possibly. Also would like to give it minigun turrets, like we did in the campaign. Tons of RCS though, aren't there? Maybe T4. Way too many RCS. Way too many. Also, we had a problem with the cargo extensions, didn't we? We should go to the... yeah, look, ammo box. Well, that needs to change because it's got way more than that. Oh wait, I don't think it's called ammo. There's, and I think it's the ones up here that for some reason don't connect. So you're not the tool I'm looking for. Combat steel. They're all container extensions, so where? surely if I just get rid of this block here. That's not what I meant. You're being awkward. Being very awkward. Why are you not showing it? It's a different block, so you should be showing it. You can just be a... What the devil happened there? Oh, it's fine. Alright, let's get rid of this. And let's get rid of that. And let's make this. That. There we go. Job done. How much have you got? There we go. That's much better. That's enough ammo, isn't it? Alright, the terrormid is much better now. Yeah. Or don't. That's also fine. Oh wait, no, that's why. Cool. Symbol. Star symbol. Oh, wrong star. Different star, please. There you go. That means destructible, right? In practice, this was a bit ridiculous, wasn't it? It didn't really work that well. That whole getting out from the top thing. Yeah. Anyway, we need to work out how we're going to implement CPU. So we need to get ourselves a few bits. So let's switch over. Yeah, we're on hover. We need... Am I going to make this T4? Can we get this into 30,000? How many RCS does this thing have? 16, and it only uses up that much. Polarized hull shield. So much combat steel. Yeah, this kind of has to be a T4. Is this even worth it for T4, given the fact that the turrets are spread all around? I kind of wonder if it is. You'd rather have them all focused on the front, wouldn't you? I think for now we'll make it a T4. Keep all the RCS, or not all of them, we'll get rid of a fair few. I'm thinking. So, let's get our extenders. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Let's think about where we can actually put them. We've got some space here. That just came available there to us. 1, 2, that's good. Any more space inside? There's some above the hover engines here. That's actually not bad. By the core. We're going to get in trouble, might as well. There we go. Done. Okay. Oh no, we're one short. Are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure we've got... Yeah, there we go. Okay, thank you. What was that about? 94.2 efficiency. We definitely need this to be 100% efficient given its bulky nature. 1. Anything this side? Yeah. 2, 3. Let's just get rid of 4 of them for now. See where we end up. Getting closer. We're getting ever closer. Do I get rid of another 4? 2. There's none on this side. Just down here. Oh, hello. 71. How many RCS have we got? 8. Are you even connected? You're not. You're, yeah, okay. So how much have you got? You've got 1,300. So we've got 3 different ammo tanks here. Don't know if we need that. What are we at? 70,000? Okay, yeah, we can probably remove some extensions or something. Maybe from the top section. To remove some of the armor. No, possibly. Keep this. Probably... I mean, we're going to be in trouble anyway if... Oh my word, look at that. Look at that. Have a quick look, see if this is actually connected to anything. You're not. You are not connected to anything. So... 750. I don't see the point in that one, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm just going to replace you with combat steel. Combat's still in a bit of an awkward shape like this. Yes, like that, like this, like that. Should always go up that way. I hope. Seriously hope. You should do. You'd always be at the front. Yeah. What have we got? I think we'll change this block here. Make it a bit more friendly. So let's make it a nice sort of inward sloping one. Those work quite nicely in this scenario. You know the block I'm looking for? That's the one. There we go. Let's retexture. Let's go for the big old industrial looking one. The whole thing, make it nice and grey. Very, very beautiful, isn't it? I mean, this is fine like this, but whatever we can do, to be honest. Yeah, there we go. That's better, isn't it? Looks like what it's meant to be now. So over here, yeah, that can go there. We'll go up here. Seems fine. Are we still under? We are under! Look at that. Look at that. It is under, but does it perform well without all of those RCS? Oh, anyone way to find out? Let's get her off the ground. Let's get her off the ground. Okay, we're getting there. Pretty much exactly as it did before, apart from the turning is definitely worse. I mean, that is... ouch. Movement's pretty good. Like, ground speed movement is really solid. 1 second, just need to tape up my laptop. There we go. Yes, the screen is falling off my laptop, basically. Well, I hate to say it, but I kind of need more RCS. But you know what I don't need? All of those extensions. I don't need 3. I like the idea of 2. You've got like a backup one. And another one. Container controller. No, container extenders. 885. And how much is an RCS? 600. That's just not really going to help. Combat still's taking up how much? Like, so much of it. Kinda need it. Like, I want this to be just an absolute brick. Absolute brick like this. But I suppose all of this in the inside might not be necessary. I think a layer of this is necessary though. But perhaps down here we don't need this much. Might just make these like carbon composite blocks, potentially. Just to really save on the... Needs to save on a bit of weight as well, actually. Let's go for those triangular ones. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. Yeah, maybe. Possibly. Sound good? Look good? Going good? I think so. Right, you're a thruster, so you can't do anything with you. It's still not doing much, is it? There's just so much combat steel, man. Oh, terrormid. I mean, at least it's functional now. At least it is functional now. Fuel tanks, we've got 8 of those. Do we need that much fuel? I don't know. Do we even have an O2 tank? We don't even have O2 tanks in there. That's how basic this thing is. Do we need that many thrusters? I think we'll hold on to that many thrusters. We'll definitely need that. Hover engines. Do we need... that's a good point. I mean, this thing is heavy. It's 187 tons. I think we'll hold on to that. I think so. Yeah, it's very slow at turning. 7 meters per second. All I know is that is very slow. The underside, though, I can tell you what though, this ring around the thrusters, we probably don't need them to be combat steel. So take a look at the difference in this. I mean, I went over this I think in the previous video, the difference in the CPU usage. Actually go over here, CPU statistics. Steel blocks uses 1, carbon composite also uses 1. Don't know how that works. Maybe that steel block, whatever the hell it is probably a smaller block, like a half block, if I had to guess. Or maybe even smaller. But yeah, you can see here, this uses up like a lot more each. I mean, that's a lot. It's like, yeah, that's 10? Is it? Times, no, it's 100 each or something, isn't it? No, 10 each, what am I on about? Yeah. So we can save quite a bit just by removing some of this. Change this to combat steel. Oh, change this to combat steel from combat steel. Along here, get it. All of these. Ah, shit. Not what I wanted to do. Uncle. 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 And what are you? You're like green and that. But they're not gonna. There we go. So, what were we at? Sorry. So we were 100 more than that, weren't we? So 69739. Take a look at the difference this makes. Let me get rid of 1 ring of this. Oh, faster. Here we go. And it's here. Alright, what are we at? Oh, that's a good few hundred. So that is a few hundred. So under here, I mean, we've already got combat steel all around, don't we? Sort of in the layer up above it. So I'm thinking we can probably extend this further. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of a bunch more. Okay, we've now got 1,000 to play with. Of course, I need to fill all of this in, but I will just be using carbon blocks, I'm thinking. I don't think I want to bring it out any more than this, to be honest. And everything here kind of should stay as steel, probably, really. How many generators does this thing have anyway? 5. Do we need 5 generators? That's... well, okay, there we go. Doesn't look like we do, does it? Oh, don't go in there. Oh, what have I done? Oops. Alright, well, shit. That was a bit stupid of me. Alright, let's override the terrormid. Let's plonk a new one down. There we go. Alright. Same as before. Yes, good. It's all like that. Let's get some lift off if we can. There we go. Very nice. Just seems to be... It turns really well to the left and really poorly to the right. That's interesting. So clearly it's the location of these RCS. So where are we? There's the middle. We've got 1 on the side here. Or was that 2 on the side there? We've got 1 in the middle there. I think we've got a couple down there in the middle. So this means I think if we put 1 RCS on the wing here. Yeah. You know what? I said there was 2 on the side here, right? Where are you? I'm going to place 2 somewhere out here. Not sure where. It's somewhere. There. You 2 are... well, they were out here, right? Try this. Alright, cool. 7 RCS. It's a little weirded out by the fact that there's... It's so good at turning to the left, but so bad at turning to the right. Just the RCS are not evenly spread, and that is what it is. It's just the RCS are not spread out accordingly. And I think this is the reason why it's turning so well to the left, is because it's very close to the edge. There. Wherever they are. Is that them? Are there two? Just one. Just the one. I feel like that's just a bit... Is that seriously the only reason why? Fascinating. We've got lots here. No, it seems like I have more on this side, to be honest with you. So underneath we've got one there. We don't actually have much on this side. What if I move that one over here somewhere? Join the others. We move one of these generators as well, because I don't think we need that many. We've got 5. So probably get rid of a generator too. We've got loads underneath here. So let's bring it back about. Still turning amazingly to the left. But it turns terribly to the right. Just terribly. Seems like it's getting worse and worse. I'm a little bit puzzled, to be honest with you. Gonna have to do a bit more investigation. Alright, marginally better. I think I'm sussing it. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and put these really far out on the right there. So what I think I might do is remove another 2 that are, I don't know, in a bit of a useless position. 2, so we've got 1 there. We've got, there's another one up here. Ah, yeah. Hello, there. Sort of hidden off there. We're going to put you... That's you guys. 2 here. Other side of the core. Probably, yeah. That's too far out, actually. Thinking... There. Yeah. No. Run on. There. There. Combat steel. In the shape of... yeah, that'll do. Quite happy with this one. Let's sort of turn it around though. Like that. Okay. I'm stuck. I think it's just gonna be a it's just gonna turn really well that way, alright? That's just the way it's gonna be. One thing it might be is the thruster placement on the inside, as it's kind of a bit of a mess. And I have a feeling that might be what it is. It might actually have less thrusters. Pointing that way. Got one there. What else have you got down here? You've got one that way, some that way. Because I know there's some thrusters on the inside here. And I think that's what it is, now that I think about it, because I don't see any other thrusters. You know, this one here, is there one on the opposite side? There is one that side there. We got, oh, what's this? Thruster there. Going forward. Thruster going that way. That's the same one we saw earlier. So there is a chance that that's what it is. It's just the thrusters aren't generating enough torque. So in order for it to go that way, I think we've got a weird uneven amount of thrusters. So let's go ahead take a look at the price of them as well, because we don't have a whole lot of CPU left. What are we looking at? Force, CPU 88. That's not bad. That's not bad, actually. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of these. That way. What if I go ahead and... So if I'm having trouble going that way, it means I need more facing the other way. Facing this way, right? That's technically what the problem is. So if I go here... Wait, this is the space I need free, isn't it? No, it's not actually. No. Just sort of... space free there. That has made a slight difference. That has definitely made a very slight difference. Okay, let's see what we can do now. Why can I not do these blocks? Because I've got that there. Another thruster, and can we do on this side somewhere? Yes, we can. Look at that. Alright, what are we doing for CPU? We're at 69500. Oh, look at that. We're getting there. Yes, finally we are solving the puzzle. I think just a couple more should match it. Wow, I'm completely lost now. Let's just... where am I? Oh, there's the front. Over here, I think a second one there should do the trick quite nicely. And that's kind of all the space used. This is all combat steel, other blocks. Actually, one thing I want to do, switch you over here. Right, yeah, that's fine. You be that colour if you want. Sure, there we go, that's better. Give it one last go. So the left is really quick, the right still slower. Tell you what though, the thrust going that way is insane. A bit too good. Maybe that's not worked at all. I've just made it really unbalanced. I think I need to build this again from the start, you know. I cannot work it out. If someone can give me a hand of this, that would be great. I'll maybe have a look at this another time in the future. Oh, that's just embarrassing. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Next time, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Next time I might be carrying on with this, but there's a very good chance... actually, yeah, if I'm doing the no blueprints run, then yes, I will be carrying on with this. The terrormid. Maybe a few other old vessels. I might build something new, but because I'm going to be building a lot of new stuff in that run, then yeah, I'll probably just take the stuff I build in that and then bring it over here to the creative mode to refine them. But if I do the hard mode run, which is most likely, then I'll probably start building some other ships for that, such as the T1, a different T1 CV that's going to be used for cargo. I want to build a carrier SV as well. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah, so anyway, thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.